Let me guess. You're not broke, but you're not rich either. You're somewhere in that strange middle zone where nothing feels urgent, but nothing feels exciting either. You've got a few $1,000s sitting quietly in your bank account right now. Not disappearing, not growing, just sitting there, doing absolutely nothing. It's enough money to feel safe, enough to breathe easier at night, enough that you don't panic when bills hit your account. Your rent is paid, your groceries are covered. If your phone breaks or your car needs a small repair, you know you can handle it. And because of that comfort, because nothing feels on fire, you don't really feel pushed to change anything. You tell yourself you'll start investing later, when things feel more stable, when you understand it better, when life slows down and gives you space. Maybe after your next raise, or after you save just a little more, or when you finally feel ready. But here's the uncomfortable truth most people never hear. That feeling of comfort, that quiet sense of being okay, might actually be the thing holding you back financially. This is what I call the comfort trap. My name is Simon, and I spend way too much time thinking about how people actually behave with money, not how they say they behave. If you're someone who saves responsibly, but somehow never seems to move forward, this video is for you. And if this helps you see money differently, make sure to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Here's the thing. Saving feels productive because it removes stress immediately. Your brain loves safety. It rewards stability with relief. And relief feels like success. But relief isn't the same thing as progress. Comfort can quietly turn into stagnation without you ever noticing. Nothing breaks, nothing feels wrong. Life just stays the same. And stagnation is far more dangerous than people realize, because time doesn't pause just because you feel financially okay. And money quietly loses value while you wait. Inflation slowly reduces what your savings can actually buy. Even at just 3% per year, your purchasing power shrinks every single year. That means your safety net is dissolving in the background, slowly, silently. But because nothing bad happens right away, it feels harmless, easy to ignore. This is exactly how people stay stuck for decades. Most people believe that not losing money means they're winning, but wealth is never built by standing still. Wealth is built by putting money to work intentionally over time. And that idea alone makes a lot of people uncomfortable, because risk feels scary when comfort feels familiar. Comfort feels responsible, it feels mature, it feels safe. But avoiding all risk guarantees one outcome: you never move forward. Opportunity quietly passes you by while you wait for certainty that never comes. This is where the mindset difference really shows up. Saver versus investor. Savers see money primarily as protection, a buffer against future problems. Investors see money as a tool, something meant to be deployed. One guards money closely, the other puts it to work. Savers wait until they feel completely ready. Investors start long before they feel confident. Here's what most people don't realize. Confidence usually comes from action, not before it. Even small investments create momentum. Momentum builds belief. Belief changes behavior. And slowly, fear stops controlling every decision. Most people never cross this invisible line. They hover right at the edge of action, forever planning, forever learning, forever waiting. And this hesitation costs far more than money. It costs time. Time is the most powerful asset any investor will ever have. Compounding only works if you actually begin. Waiting just 5 years can dramatically reduce what your money could have become. That delay is invisible, but incredibly expensive long-term. Most people delay because they want certainty, but certainty doesn't exist in investing. What exists instead is probability, and time, and consistency. Long timelines reduce risk. Time smooths volatility. Consistency beats perfect timing. Here's what most people don't realize. The market rewards patience far more than prediction. You don't need perfect decisions. You don't need genius picks. You need repeated, disciplined action.
Now, you might be thinking, what if I lose money? And yes, short-term losses happen. They're normal, but long-term inactivity guarantees loss. Inflation punishes inaction every single year. Doing nothing is still a decision. Investing isn't gambling, it's participation. Wealth is built by people who stay in the game, even when it feels uncomfortable, especially when it feels uncomfortable, because discomfort often signals growth. Comfort usually signals stagnation. Once you truly see this, you can't unsee it. You stop asking how to avoid risk entirely. You start asking how to build momentum responsibly. You automate, you simplify, you stay consistent. Decisions get easier. Anxiety gets quieter. Your money finally has direction. Small steps begin to compound. Progress replaces hesitation. Confidence replaces fear. You're no longer stuck at comfortable. You're moving forward intentionally. And that's where real wealth actually begins. Not in comfort, not in waiting, but in action. If you're sitting on cash right now, feeling safe but stuck, listen closely. You don't need perfection. You don't need certainty. You need motion. Start small. Stay consistent. Let time do the heavy lifting.
Let me ask you something. What if the safest thing you're doing with your money is actually the one thing holding you back the most? Today, we're going to dig into that critical shift, moving from just saving your money to actually building wealth and finding freedom by investing. You know that feeling, right? When you put some money aside in a savings account, it feels good. It feels responsible. It feels secure. For most of us, it's the very first financial lesson we ever learn, and it absolutely makes you feel like you're moving in the right direction. But this is where the whole story takes a turn. Because while saving is great for keeping you afloat, you can think of it like treading water, it's never actually going to get you to the shore. It has a hard limit. There's a ceiling on what saving, by itself, can do for your future. And that brings us to this really crucial shift in thinking, which is pretty much the heart of this whole explainer. It's about understanding the fundamental difference between just protecting what you have and actively building the future that you want. Think about it like a game. Saving is playing defense. It's all about holding your ground and securing the position you're in right now. Investing, on the other hand, well, that's playing offense. That's how you move the ball down the field. It's how you go from protecting what you have today to actually creating the wealth you don't even have yet. So you see, this isn't just about different actions. We're talking about two completely different ways of thinking, two mindsets that honestly lead to two vastly different financial destinies. Let's really break down the psychology here. Over on the left, you've got the saver. Their mindset is pretty much driven by fear. The main goal is just don't make any mistakes. So what happens? They get spooked by every little market dip, they react to every scary headline. But the investor on the right, they're focused on building a system. They trust the long-term process, they know there will be ups and downs, and they just let their money do its work quietly in the background, ignoring all that noise.
And that really gets to the emotional core of it all. Are your financial decisions being driven by fear of losing something, or are they being guided by the patience to gain something? The answer to that question really tells you everything you need to know about which mindset you're in right now.
Now, making this mental shift is so important because it unlocks your single most powerful asset. And I'm talking about something that's way more important than how much money you make. It's more valuable than picking the perfect stock. And it's the one thing you can never, ever get more of. So what do you think it is? What is the single most valuable resource you have at your disposal when it comes to building your future? Yep, it's time. The amount of time your money has to grow, that is the secret ingredient. That's what fuels compounding, that unbelievable force of nature where your earnings start to generate their own earnings. It is the one advantage you have today that you will have less of tomorrow, period. Just look at this timeline. The difference between starting right now, where you have the maximum power of compounding on your side, and waiting just 5 years, it's huge. And if you wait 10 years, you have literally thrown away an entire decade of potential growth. You're not just missing out on some returns, you're giving up the magic of your money making more money all by itself. And this is why that whole idea of playing it safe by just waiting on the sidelines, it's a total misunderstanding of what risk really is. The biggest risk isn't that the market might drop for a little while. The biggest risk is the permanent, irreversible loss of your time. Okay, so why does any of this really matter? Because we're not just talking about numbers on a spreadsheet here. We're talking about building a bridge to something way, way more meaningful. Let's just forget all the hype about getting rich quick. That's a lottery ticket, not a plan. The real achievable goal of smart investing is much simpler and much more powerful. It's freedom. But what does that word even mean here? It means this. It's the freedom to sleep at night without money being this constant source of stress. It's the freedom to handle a surprise car repair or a medical bill without having a full-blown panic attack. And ultimately, it's the freedom to make choices in your life based on what you want to do, not just what you're afraid might happen. And let me tell you, that kind of freedom, it doesn't come from a pile of cash sitting in a savings account, getting slowly chipped away by inflation. No, it comes from owning assets, things that can actually grow for you, that work in the background 24/7, even while you're sleeping. So how do you even start building this? Honestly, it's a lot simpler than it sounds. First, think in decades, not in days. Second, be consistent, even if you're starting with just a small amount. And third, and this is the most important one, just start. You don't need the perfect plan. You don't need to know everything. You just have to begin. Trust me, your future self is going to be so grateful you did. And that right there, that's the whole shift. When you really get this, everything changes. Saving is no longer the finish line. It's just the starting block. Investing becomes the bridge that gets you from where you are today to that freedom you want for tomorrow. So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. When you look at your own habits with money, ask yourself honestly, is your strategy designed to build the future you actually dream of, or is it just protecting the comfort of right now? The choice and the future it creates is all yours.
Like, comment, and share this video. Subscribe my channel now. Thank you for watching.